Yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, um, yeah. So you all understand that when you're doing things good or when you're doing right, when you're trying to make it in life, you'll always have a lot of people that don't want that success. Especially the people that you live with, especially your friend. Because if you end up having a bad company or a bad surrounding, the only things you will experience is that some of them or both don't even love you. I don't even like your success. So what I'm trying to say is, if you know that people that are around you um, are actually not in support of what you do, just back up, let them go, because they don't really matter to you. Because if someone don't support you and and you know that that person is not even yeah, it's not even so important into your life. So why do you keep him around you? Just be you and do what you got to do. Because in this life we live in today, we cannot promise tomorrow. So you gotta enjoy yourself. Live happy, be happy, and make sure that no one disturb you or interrupted anything about you. Because life is too short and we gotta live it. Yeah. So you don't need to worry about people talking about you, whether it's good or bad. Just move on. Do what you gotta do. Be you. Do what you gotta do and be you. All these people yapping, talking shit about you, they don't keep their mouth shut. And that's the problem. Because by the time they keep talking about you, you're building yourself. But don't forget, you need to be very careful of who you want to build with. Because some of these people, they'll use you as a foundation and finish the construction with somebody else. And a lot of people have been talking that, you know what, I've been with so and so, and you know what it did to me is they turned it back on me, and I've been so good as them. Stop complaining. Oh, what you doing? Yeah, about your body. Dollar to should like come on around and call a queen more to come here. Yeah, Java. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, as I was saying. So you better be kind and keen and smart and intelligent of who you want to build your life with. If you take a look at the people that who are doing good to each other or who are doing good to their surrounding, most of these people end up being treated so bad or being lied on, being cheated, being called losers by their friends. And they are losers because they helped them. And they did not make it in life because they care about them. But look what comes in the return. They just gossip about you, talking bad things about you while you've been doing good things to them. And this is the reason why, as a person, you need to be doing your things by your own. You don't need to worry about anything else or anybody. As long as you have God in your life, you can make it. So be you. Do you. Do what you gotta do. No matter who support you or who don't support you, but you always have to believe in yourself. That in anything that you do, God is your witness. And one day you will make it. I'm not gonna say that you don't need to have friends, Of course, you need friends and family. You need people around you, but you need positive people. You need people who are there to help you, not them niggas who came to collect what you have and turn their back to you, or bite you, or stab you in the back. These are none of the people you need. You need some real people, good friends who can actually be there to serve you when you're stranded. You can actually be there to help you when you needed help. Not those who can escape or will leave you stranded when you needed them most. Not those that will laugh at you later when you lose or when you're nothing. Not those people that will come because they know it's beneficial. You gotta ride or die with people who actually started from uh, from the grass to the grace. This is the kind of person you need. People that will always support you no matter what it is. People will always stand beside you in bad and good, but not people who run when it's your downfall. They run away, but when it's beneficial, you see them laughing, yapping, yapping the mouth, telling you lies and bullshit. No, you need to be smart. You need to be smart, and don't forget that people, successful people in life, they're intelligent and intellectuals. I know someone may be bad to you, but you don't have to be bad to them in return, because it's not easy to find a good person. If you're that one good person in the community, in the whole community, you can serve the community. No matter who helped you or who did not help you when you're growing up, or when you're going to the top. The only thing you gotta do, you don't have to revenge. When somebody did something bad to you, just let it go. Be kind to them. Do not change. Do not judge them because of what they did to you. You need also to forgive them. But don't just forget. You can forgive them, but you cannot forget. And if they run to you for help, give it to them if you have. Because you're not type of that person. You're not their type. Sight people regret anything in life because in their mind they think being against someone who loves you, it's a work to do. And actually it's a work to do to them, because they don't realize later it's going to be their downfalls. So smart people always don't revenge. Yeah. Uh, so if you know these people don't really matter in your life, so let them go. Be you. Live your life. Be smart. Now, if you want to be successful, you gotta be surrounding yourself with people who actually, you know, contributed to your life. People who can advise you when you're going wrong. People who can give you chances of success. People who can tell you what to do when you don't know what to do. People who can be around you or beside you anytime you needed them. Not those who comes to you because they know it's beneficial. Not those that comes to you because they know because they wanted something from you. Anyone that comes to you for a help and goes away, come back to you when she or he needed help again, you need to distance yourself from such a person. These are the kind of people who will always want your downfall. So you need to be very smart in any things that you do. And remember, if someone has done something wrong to you, you don't need to revenge. All you got to do is to avoid them. But if they come to you for help and you have that, you have what it takes to help them, give it to them. Because you're not such a kind of person who will not want to help someone because they did wrong to you. No. You're a different type of a person, and you need to be very kind also to the community. If God has selected you to be a leader, if God chooses you to be a leader is a person who forgives. A leader is a person who sees others people problems. A leader is someone who cares for the community. A leader is a person that put his people first before him. A leader is not to be cruel, is not to be a glutton. A leader is someone who serves his community with integrity, peace, and love. That's what leader is. So if you know that people have been bad to you from the first, you don't just let it go because they don't know what they're doing. But don't forget, because we human beings learn from our mistakes, and we made a lot of mistakes on our way. No one will say that I don't have a problem. No, we all made mistakes, and those mistakes, for you to correct or rewrite your wrongs, you gotta go through a lot of challenges. Because in life, there's a lot of challenges. But for you to overcome all those challenges, put God first. Be kind, honest, and be loyal. And when you are such kind of person, you'll make it in life. Because life needs patience. You gotta be patient if you want to make it in life. There's no shortcut in anything that you do. Put God first, hard work, honesty, and you will make it. Because I've seen a lot of people going up and comes down. You know why? It's because such people don't appreciate the little they have. And that's the reason why you see them going up and coming down. Because if you don't appreciate the little God gives you, you wanted some more. And when you wanted some more and you don't know how to control the little you have, you'll end up losing everything. And this is the reason why when you talk too much, you'll end up lying. So you need to learn how to be a quiet person, smart person, and intelligent. You need to be a person who is very sure of what he's doing. What I mean being very sure of what you're doing is because is that today have something, let's say money or businesses, you got to be proud of that business you have, whether little or big. And when you start bragging because you have money or having access, you start losing everything. Because that's not your power to have all those wealth. That's God's power. And if God gives you that, you also need to help other people. And once you help other people, all those businesses hold wealth, asset that you have will expand. Will expand.